first thing we need to do is to change her shape. She's been growing it out this way, and if you can tell, it's got a triangle shape now, but you can tell it was tapered when she grew it out. So what ends up happening is, if you, like most big choppers, they don't maintain a certain shape. And that can alleviate a lot of the awkward stage. She's growing her hair out, so we don't want to necessarily take any of her length, but these little corners right here,
the wing
and see how it makes it flat up top? So what we want to do is we want to round this out so that she'll get height up top. So she'll have an actual fro and not, you know what I mean? It'll give her more versatility.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be, it's not gonna have that awkward.
That's what they did to, that's the haircut I got. I'm gonna take out my hair for a second so you can kind of see, because it's funny because Jennifer was with me when I went to the salon to get my hair cut, and I was depressed because my hair was a little triangle shape, and I was just like, ah, right?
I want it now.
So I'm looking in the mirror right now.
That's what she said, I want it now.
So my hair kind of stands up on the top automatically because I have, they did like the round cut.
Right.
So you're recommending almost like an Afro type cut for her.
Right, just to, and not to take off length. Here's the thing, anytime you're creating shape, you're not removing a lot. You're literally removing like these corners. You know what I mean? You don't have to, it's not a lot, and it's just little tweaks as you're growing your hair out that makes it more versatile and easier for you to care for. And you know, just something where it's like, it's gonna be flattering for your face shape, whether it's round or oval. All this stuff matters when you're big chopping.
Okay, so what kind of advice do you have for at night? For this like length and
for this length, when it's this length, the issue is smushing. It's kind of hard with the back. I mean, this we can easily pineapple, but a lot of times what ends up happening is that this just gets smushed like that. So when you take it down, it's either frizzy or it's flat.
Or it looks like a matted dread.
Right.
Yeah. So you would pineapple what's long enough to pineapple.
Yeah, but you pineapple it, or like try and make it really loose, because you don't want to dip it. You don't want like a, you know, a tight ring, because that's gonna give you that weird look in the morning. Now they have the, and I don't have one, but it's like kind of like a banana clip. What it does is it's gonna do your curls like this. Can you see? And it'll keep you from laying on it, but it also stretches them at the same time, but it'll keep you from laying flat on them. So if you go to bed with it like this at night, then you can still keep your curl pattern. And you know, of course, have your bonnet on, because you don't want to sleep without your bonnet. And just go ahead and pineapple the rest.
So basically two for her, two ponytails, but this is not quite a ponytail.
Right, it's like both are, it's almost like using one of the banana clips just to stretch your curl and keep you from laying on it. And then you can pineapple the top. And if she was shorter, you could do 3. Okay. So it's not necessarily like, you don't want to do actual ponytails, but just something like the little banana clips that you can get at any beauty supply store.
Okay.
And that helps with that.
So let's say it's the next morning and we kind of let it out. What do we do?
What you want to make sure, before you take it out, if you feel like it looks frizzy, this is when you add your spritz or your water. You don't take it down first, because that's going to cause it to shrink up.
So you leave it in the ponytail.
You leave it in the ponytail, and you if you need to add more product or add a little bit more water, that's when you do it. You don't do it when it's out, because it's going to shrink up on you.
Okay. So then once she does that and then finally takes out the ponytails, now what?
Everything is going to fall. If you ever want volume, you go up. If you don't want volume, you go back. So but the method and everything is the same. But mostly everybody wants
So
volume.
It's really, when you're pulling it down, because this is what I do in the morning, you just kind of fluff it out and loosen it up.
Yeah.
And then just kind of let it do its thing.
Absolutely.
And is there any great finisher that she should be using, like a moisturizer or butter or something?
I wouldn't do that now. I wouldn't, if I was going to put any kind of extra product or anything, I would do it at night. Because if you put a moisturizer on it now, it might cause frizzing, especially if it's a water-based product.
So if she does the product at night and spritz water in the morning, it's activating the product anyway.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit. You just want a little bit of water. You don't want to wet your hair. You just want to activate the product.
Okay, so now we cut the wingdings off.
Yes, the wings are gone.
And you shaped her hair, you washed it. So explain what you did briefly. I realized that you cut it wet.
Yes, we cut it wet. I chose to cut her hair wet because her shrinkage is pretty much the same all over, and she, like 99.9% of the time, was gonna wear it curly. So there wasn't really a need to blow her out. And I also really wanted to see the shape as I was cutting it.
You styled it a little bit. So what do we have now?
Well, we have her, she's still a little bit wet, so that's why we haven't like really gotten her as big as we wanted, because we don't want to encourage frizz. Because with her fine hair, you want to create the definition first and then get the volume afterwards.
So tomorrow it's just gonna be
afterwards she'll be able to either like blow it out a little bit, or she picked it out a little, but we wanted to make sure that it's not going to get too frizzy on her.
Yeah. Okay, and other than that, what other styling options do you recommend for being in the awkward stage, or for shorter, curly, natural hair?
Well, the thing is, as long as you have enough length to pin up, then you're good to go. So a lot of 40 silhouettes do something similar to yours, where she can like bring, I don't want to like ruin the curl pattern, but you can bring the back up. She can create like a little French roll, pin this side and then bring this side over. Headbands, scarves, flat twists, like the shape that she has now, especially she can even blow out part of it and leave the rest. So kind of like curly, So blow this part out for a little bit more length, and she'll have a lot more versatility. The only time that it gets difficult is when everything is the same length at this length. Like if it's shorter and you don't have like longer lengths up front, that's when that's when people are like, I can't do anything with it.
Right.
So you want to have some different length in there to give you a little bit more versatility. Even as this grows out, she's not gonna have the wings because we've evened up the length.
Okay.
So she's not gonna get that again.
So her hair is not playing catch up anymore.
Right.
It's
no. Everything is gonna. So it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then this is gonna get longer. So it's gonna it's gonna look really 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 good.
Cierra, how do you feel about your hair?
I honestly do like it, because I did need a trim, as you said, and the little wingdings were annoying. It looks shorter, but I think it's for the best of it. It's gonna grow out nicely and not wingdingy. But you did a good job. I do like it, honestly.
You're off to the right track from here on. Hope you guys enjoyed and you learned a lot, especially you guys out there who are transitioning or thinking about doing the big chop. There's realities to this process. So again, hope you learned a lot. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Cierra. And thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
Okay, so I'm a student, so money is tight where I am right now. Do you have any tips on any products that I can use without breaking the bank?
Sure. You want to make sure that the products you're using are for your specific hair type. And you don't necessarily have to, it doesn't have to say for naturals. You have hair. Buy hair products. You can use the same products we've been using for like hair care. You can use just what people want to consider old-fashioned products, but they work great. So you don't have to go and buy a $30 tub of curl souffle to get your hair to look nice. There are a lot of great drugstore products out there, products available at Target, Walgreens, Dwayne Reed. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a great product.
A lot of people have questions about co-washing. Is it necessary? What is co-washing, number one? And number two, again, is it necessary?
Well, I think it's a good way to like refresh your style and refresh your curls. I don't see it so much as a maintenance option. It's more of a styling option. There are plenty of sulfate-free shampoos available now that effectively cleanse the hair without stripping. So shampooing is extremely important. I feel like people use co-washing too much, and when they need to be shampooing. Co-washing is like in between that week. It's not necessarily like, you know, you co-wash 4 times a month and then you shampoo at the end of the month.
Right.
So,
I know you have a philosophy with co-washing for those who actually use that as a method for washing their hair.
yes.
And what is that analogy that you like to kind of put together to get that message out?
That you wouldn't bathe with lotion. So if you, and it's really that simple. I mean, you have to look at our curly hair as a filter. It literally filters out everything. It's catching allergens, pollen, dirt, soil, sweat, and if you're not really shampooing that out, like, your hair it's dirty. So like if you shampoo on Monday, co-wash maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and then you shampoo again on Sunday. So co-washing is used to extend your curls, extend your style, but it shouldn't be used as a maintenance option. You should really be using shampoo.